Hey, good Wednesday morning, YouTube. Hugmeister's Garage and Workshop. We're over here at Lynn's Quilting Cottage. Gonna give you a little update on some improvements we made over here. And a small problem we ran into, but I think we got it remedied. As you can see, she's got this completely filled to her liking. I joke with her about it, but she made a nice curtain for our utility room there, but I'm going to show you some upgrades we did to our solar system. All right, one of the first things we did is we put a new higher output light in here. It's off our 12 volt converter. Actually put a mini panel there off that 24 to 12 volt voltage converter. That way I got two separate feeds. One feeds our 12 volt diesel heater, and one feeds our nice light that kind of reflects off of there. That's 12 volt. So when the system shut down, I can still have light in here. So the other one was a plug-in light. So that's it. But what we really did is we upgraded our inverter and our controls. We put the Victron Multi Plus in here, same as I got in the garage, that runs our house heating and garage heating and lights. New solar controller and servo, and a Victron Smart, what do you call that thing? I don't know. Manages the battery. It tells you what's going in and out of the batteries. And we turned our heat on from the boiler for the first time yesterday. We fired that up. Seems to be working good. But we did end up with a small problem. Seeing as I don't get a lot of sun from that solar array out back, because it's kind of like it's got a very small window to capture solar, and it's too far away to really extend it. So we got to capture all we can. So those Victron solar chargers work good to adapting quickly to low light conditions. But I also put this in, it's called energy saving mode. And the problem with that is, this actually takes a lot less standby power than the Vevor one I had. That worked good, but the fan always ran, and that was always pulling 47 watts. So when we swapped this out, which I eventually was going to do anyway, I put this in AES mode, because basically if she's not out here, all the lights are off and TV's off and everything. But I lost my heat control, because that runs off of the inverter also. So what we did, anytime you come in here and turn anything on, like the lights or the ceiling fan, that'll sense that pulse going into there, and it'll turn that inverter back on. When it's in AES mode, that thing will sit there and just sit like 10 watts of power, which is awesome. Seems we got to conserve every little bit we got. But when you shut that down, I lose my thermostat over there. So what we did is we kind of outsmarted it a little bit. I put a default mechanical thermostat in here across our circ pump, and I just set that at 50 degrees. So it's got nothing to do with the electronics. So if it drops to 50 in here, that's going to pulse that, because it's going to call for heat to that pump. And when it does, it'll wake that back up, and that'll bring my wireless thermostat back up, just like if you come in and turn the lights on. And we just set that at 55 default, and this at 50. So it'll get no colder than 50 in here. And if that does come on, it's in parallel with that, so it'll default to that, and when that hits 55 over there, it'll shut everything off and we're good to go. But I'm thinking I get a little bit of just heat off this circ pump from the boiler, which is it's right next door to us here. It's a small run, so this always has a little bit of, that's the reason we put the 3-way valve in there, so it's always got some circulation in here. But I think that's going to work good, and say yesterday was the first day we fired it up. But we got 20 feet of baseboard in here, and it's nice and even heat, and I think she's going to like it. Have a good one, folks.